Hello everyone, Evan here from HefTrade, and today I am reporting to you about my February options portfolio review. I'm also looking to report on the progress that I've made in my portfolio this year, so stick around to the very end so that you can see whether or not I made progress. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching my video here. My name is Evan and I talk about options trading and my options journey. I've been trading options for about 3 years and I watch the markets on a day-to-day basis. I'm very interested in options and stocks, and I'm very interested in investing. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would more than happily welcome you. And if you find value in the content that you're watching here, please click the like button. It does my channel a great deal of help and also makes me feel good and lets me know what people like to see. So without further ado, let's get it going. So as you can see on the screen here, I have a few different positions, one for CRM, Coinbase, IWM, Halliburton, QQQ, Plug Power, SPY, and ChargePoint. The positions that you see on the screen are as follows. CRM is an iron condor that is for an earnings play which closes tomorrow. Coinbase is also an iron condor, and I'm kind of waiting that one out, letting time decay take its hold on that position so that it can bring me a scratch or back to or just a little bit of profits. IWM there is a short call credit spread. Halliburton is a strangle. QQQ is a short call credit spread plus an iron condor. Plug Power is a short put. SPY is two iron condors, and ChargePoint is a long call. We can look into each of those positions in detail. But first, I would like to report on a video that I made a few days back about target earnings. So I'm going to take us over to Thinkorswim, which is the charting platform that I like to use to see about to make my trading decisions. So over here in Thinkorswim, I'll pull up the chart for target, and let's let it load up. There we go. You'll see that Target reported their earnings today, and it went pretty wacky for the morning, and then it looks like it kind of stuck around in the same area at which it opened. So that's good news for me, because if you watch that previous video, you'll know that I opened an iron condor, and I was looking to gain about a $50 to $60 profit on that position. And so we'll go back over to Tastyworks and remain there for the rest of the video, and I'll show you the profit I was able to make on that target earnings trade. If you're interested in watching that target earnings video, you can click on my channel and you can see the target earnings video for yourself. So let's go back over to Tastyworks here, and we'll go over to the activity tab. In the activity tab, we will type in target, and we'll see here that I opened this target trade on the 23rd of February, collecting a credit of $1.37, which in real world terms, that means it's $137, and in options terms, that's $1.37. And then I closed the trade automatically this morning right at market open, and that was for 69 cents, collecting 50% of the profit without having to do any work at all. So that's one of the greatest things I like about options, is it is a semi-passive income. Although it can be stressful at times, it can actually be a pretty easy side hustle as long as you're patient and you're obviously not looking to collect a great deal of money, as is the case with me. I do trade a small account, and so I do have to be modest in the profits that I'm collecting, but I will gratefully take, let's see, right about a $60, about here, $60 gain, 50 to 60 bucks, without having to lift a finger. So that's what I'm in this for. Back over to my positions here, CRM, Iron Condor. I'm looking to keep the stock between 185 and 140, and I will report on that in just a few days time, actually tomorrow. So come back to my channel tomorrow and see how the CRM position plays out. Over down here to Coinbase. Looking to see that the trade stays between 65 and 60. So I will have that go down to the wire potentially. And 17 days to go. On March 17, the position will expire, hoping that the position will stay between 60 and 65. Who knows what will happen there? IWM, short call credit spread. It's currently below the 200 strike. I'm happy with that. Halliburton in between 30 and 43. Happy with this as well. QQQ currently in between 260 and 320. Very happy with this position. Currently bringing me in a $45 profit. Plug Power. This is my bag holder. If you have not watched my other videos, you can go back and watch the turmoil and the pain that I am currently experiencing with this Plug Power position. But I'll explain it briefly here. Plug Power, I opened this position back in all the way back here in August. And as you can see, I collected a 94-cent credit. And from then on, I've just rolled this thing continuously. And it's basically holding a long stock position. So 94 cents in credit collected there. Rolled it again in September for another 90 cents. Again in October, and then again in November and in February. So total so far of credit collected is $2.84. Since I have sold the $22.50 put, I am required to buy 100 shares at $22.50. But because I've collected $284 in credit, that means my break-even price is below $22.50 by $2.84. So that would mean that my break-even price is in the $19 area. So if Plug Power is able to come back up to about 19 bucks, this trade should be able to close, and I should either get out for a scratch or should be able to make a little bit of money. And with 52 days to go in this trade, I'm just waiting it out and seeing what happens. But I do like Plug Power as a company. I think that electric vehicles and fuel cell technology has a decent potential, and I believe they do have a proprietary product. So I'm a good investor. I would invest in this company if I do have to buy shares at $22.50. Well, it won't be the most ideal situation, but it would be okay with me to hang on to this in my portfolio. On down here to SPY, I have a massive position in SPY over 2 separate months. I have a position for an iron condor that's expiring in 17 days from now. I need the position for SPY to stay between 415 and 390. Currently with SPY at 396. This thing is looking pretty. $6 above the short put, so that's a bit dangerous, but also it's not too bad. So the position in April, again, another iron condor, looking to see that this stays between 370 and 420. Currently, that's looking pretty nice as well. 26 bucks up from the 370 and about $24 down from 420. So that's looking pretty nice. Only down $8 on both of those positions combined. Charge point, my long call here. Last position to talk about before I reveal whether my portfolio is making money or giving me headaches. Charge point here, $8 call. I am a believer in charge point and the electric vehicle space, just like I mentioned up here with Plug Power. And so I have the $8 call. I would definitely buy 100 shares of charge point at $8 if the stock ends up bouncing around and staying where it is for the next 689 days. But my assumption is that we will be able to see some elevation in the stock price over that time. And as you can see in my orders right here, I have a limit order to sell this position once it reaches $11. I open this position for $550, and if it is able to reach $11, then that means I'll close the position once my trade is worth $1,100, netting me a $550 profit. Subscribe to the channel to see my journey and see when and if this charge point position ends up reaching this profit potential. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, have I made my goal for the month? From watching my prior videos, you'll know I'm looking to make a 10% return for the year of 2023, and in a market that is also flat and not doing anybody any good, Options trading seems to be the best way to make money, and yes, I have made my goal for the month. Currently sitting around 4% for the year from the month of January and the month of February, and I am looking to gain a 10% return from the year from trading options. If you like this content, please click the like button. It does help me out quite a deal. And if you're planning to stick around and watch my future videos, click the subscribe button below. I would like to have you and speak to you about the trading journey that I'm on. Leave me a comment if you would like to do so, and check out my Simply Wall Street page if you're interested in learning about fundamental analysis and finding a platform or an application that will help you visually discover what companies are able to achieve. Simply Wall Street is a great application to use. Take care and happy trading. This has been Evan from HefTrade.